What's up, fam? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to Waiters Serve Style, serving you your dose of fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I'm Crystal Waiters, and I'm a blogger, photographer, model, stylist, all of the things, child. And if fashion and beauty is something that you love as much as I do, please consider subscribing, joining the family. And if you find the content helpful, thumbs up this video. All right, now we got the introduction out of the way. Let's move on to the look of the video. For today's look, I'm doing this deconstructed black bodycon dress, and I love this dress. And on Instagram, this is how I styled it over the summer. And I actually have this dress in a beautiful coral color. I love this so much, I got it in 2 colors. And in terms of shoes, I'm doing a simple pair of tennis shoes. And if you are not following me on Instagram, please make sure you do for some other inspiration or inspirational photos in terms of how I dress and different looks. Now, in terms of my blog, please make sure you follow my blog for more tips and suggestions on how to make your wardrobe work for you. So yes, love this dress. In terms of shoes that I'm wearing now, I'm just simply doing my Crocs, which are my favorite pairs of shoes because it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm not going anywhere but to bed after this. Okay, now we've gotten all of the good stuff out of the way. You guys are in, we've joined the family, we've subscribed, we've liked this video because we already know it's going to be a good one. And yeah, let's actually get into it. It's a good one, guys. Okay, for today's video, we're doing something a little different. We're taking a pause on fashion and transitioning into beauty. And for today's video, I'm providing you my makeup essentials. Makeup essentials that will make your makeup look its best, for you to have a flawless makeup look. And yes, this is not necessarily a tutorial, but this is tips and suggestions on how to create or start your makeup kit. Okay, I'm providing footage on me applying these specific products, and yeah, hopefully you have some pencil and paper where you're taking notes so you can see exactly what it is that you need to start your makeup kit. Or for those who are already into makeup, reasons why and tips and suggestions why I believe these makeup items are essential. Okay, now let's get into it. Okay, the first product is primer. To not prime is a crime, per Nikki Tutorials. Okay, primer. Primer is essential because primer helps for you to create a flawless makeup look. In addition to creating a flawless makeup application, it also protects your skin. It allows the makeup to last longer. And in addition to all of that, it creates a barrier between, again, your actual skin and your makeup. The primer that I'm using is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I cannot do my makeup without this primer. I've used several primers. It is on the pricey side, but I feel like if you are applying something directly to your skin, this is the first product you use on your skin in terms of your makeup application, it should be a good product. This primer is also infused with a lot of skincare that protects my skin, that keeps my skin from breaking out from makeup. As much makeup as I wear, and as long as I wear it, my skin is flawless because of this product. And yeah, if you don't want to spend the coin on this makeup item, on this primer, e.l.f. has a dupe. The e.l.f. Putty Primer is a great dupe for this primer that does the same thing. It has a similar outcome for your makeup look. But if I would have to choose, it would definitely be the Tatcha. But love this. And yeah, we're applying this. This is the first item that I believe is essential in your makeup kit. Okay, now the next one is foundation. Yes, if we're wearing makeup, if you are starting to get into a full glam look, invest in some good foundation. My favorite foundation is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. The reason why I love this foundation is because I have extremely oily skin. That's another tip. Figure out your skin type. If you get shiny throughout the day, most likely you have oily skin. If your skin feels a little tight, a little dry by the end of the day, you may have drier skin. If you experience both, you might have combination skin where you are oily just in your T-zone. Your T-zone is your forehead, nose, and chin, and everywhere else is dry. Or if you don't have either of those, you might have normal skin. Figure out your skin type and get a foundation that works well with your skin type. I have extremely oily skin, and since now we're wearing masks because of the panorama, I need something that's going to last and hold. And when I tell you this foundation is like cement to the skin, it does not move. When it says stay in place, it stays in place. And I have not found a formula that is anything close to Estee Lauder Double Wear. When they say holy grails, this is my holy grail foundation. In addition to the fact that it stays in place all day, I also love it because it looks flawless on camera. Oh my goodness. It's the foundation that I'm wearing now, of course, as you can see. It looks phenomenal on camera. So if you are a beauty that loves taking pictures and you want your face to look flawless, get this foundation. Get this foundation. Not saying that there are other foundations that don't work as good as this. I just haven't found one for me yet. This is my go-to foundation for all of my glam looks, most of my photo looks. And yeah, another drugstore option that may be a little comparable to this, will probably be the Maybelline Stay, the Maybelline Stay foundation. Is more full coverage than this, but it also looks well in photos and it stays in place too, but not as long as the Double Wear. So if you don't want to spend the coin on that, try your hand at the Maybelline one. The Estee Lauder one, I believe, is about $42. The stay in place is, you can find it for about $8, depending on where you shop. But foundation, I would suggest investing in a good one. Foundation, depending on how often you wear makeup. Some girls don't wear makeup as much as I do. I wear makeup every day, every single day. Some girls just like wearing makeup going out. Depending on how often you wear your foundation, this could potentially last you 6 months. I believe foundations last up to a year. They expire after a year, so you might can stretch it out a year. For me, wearing it every day, I don't wear this particular foundation every day. I rotate my foundations, but this foundation typically lasts me for when I'm doing photo shoots or when I'm on camera. It could probably last me about 6 months. I'm still working on the bottle that I got, around my birthday. So my birthday's in March. So yeah, a little over 6 months. So yeah, if you invest in this foundation, it will last you. So foundation is an essential item for a flawless makeup look, right? Now, the next essential item, tackle those brows. Yes, we need something to go in the brows. I have been blessed by Miss Bessie May Withers to have beautiful, full, bushy brows. I've heard that I'm brow goals. I don't do anything to my brows anymore. I used to get them waxed every 2 weeks. Now they've grown out extremely full and I love it. I feel like it gives me a youthful look. I do trim them sometimes, but brows are such a key factor in your look. They literally frame the face, and I personally believe the thicker the brow, the better. But some people who are less fortunate, let's say, and who don't have thicker brows like myself, get you a good brow pencil, a brow pomade. My favorite brow pencil is not the one that I'm using in this video. My favorite brow pencil is the Maybelline Ultra Slim pencil. That pencil is probably the best on the market, and it's only $7. It gives you a precise application It works well with girls who have thicker eyebrows, and especially girls who have thinner, sparse eyebrows. It gives you more control. The formula will last you all day. It will stay in place. I love it. Make sure your brow pencil has a spoolie at the end. I prefer brow pencils over pomades because my brows are so thick. If I use a pomade, I would just look utterly ridiculous. But if you have thinner brows, you might want to invest in a pomade. I will say, if you are pressed for time, pomades are a little more time consuming than pencils. Pencils, you can easily mimic hair-like strokes, even with pomades too, but you have to be very careful that the application isn't too harsh. So make sure you get you a good brow utensil, whether it's a pomade or pencil. I prefer pencils. Even when I'm doing clients, I still prefer pencils. But pomades and even brow powders have its place, but out of the three, I would suggest a pencil with a spoolie. Okay. Next essential, concealer. Yes, concealer. If you are a woman of a certain age, such as myself, I'm not giving my age, but if you are a woman of a certain age, we want to conceal some things, camouflage some things. And concealer can also be used in place of foundation. If you just are a girl who just is not into a full face and just want to cover or spot conceal some blemishes on your face, concealer is a key item to have that brightness under the eye. We want to mimic how the sun hits our face. So usually under the eye, down the bridge of the nose, and the chin, our faces are lighter. Around the perimeter of our face is darker, and we're going to get into what we use for that later on in the video. But we want to bring those features on our face forward, so we use concealer. Now, you don't have to get a concealer that is 3 or 4 shades brighter than your actual skin tone, unless you want to blend for your life and you are just that girl. No judgment. I am not. I do like a bright concealer only when I'm filming, just to have a bit of dimension on my face. But typically day to day, I only get a concealer shade that's maybe a shade lighter than my actual skin tone, just to have an overall natural look, as natural as you can be with the full face of makeup. But we love concealer. Concealer can be used for a number of things. Carving out your eyebrows, giving you that sharp application, using concealer as eyeshadow primer to make sure your eyeshadow lasts and sticks all day. Of course, concealing bags under the eyes, and also concealing dark marks and blemishes on the face. And some people even use concealer as foundation too. But concealer is an extremely essential item because it can be used multiple ways. Okay? For the concealer I'm using in this video, I'm using, for my full glam looks, I use Auntie Pat, black on brand. Pat McGrath's concealer. I love this concealer. It's creamy. It is full coverage, and I love it. If I don't use anything but full coverage products for my face and definitely my under eyes. If I'm doing natural, I probably just won't wear makeup. I'm not a no makeup type of girl. If I'm wearing a face, I'm putting on a face. Now, if you are someone who just wants just a hint of glam and you're into that no makeup look, get you a concealer closer to your foundation shade, just so you can even your skin out. Or you can use concealer again just to spot conceal under the eye and go on about your way. Yeah, go on about your way. The next product that I feel is essential is powder. Yes, we don't want our work to move. So if we're putting on foundation, concealer, and all of the other things, if you can see in the video, I have some other stuff around my face, but I'll explain what that is later. You don't want your stuff to move. Now, for dry girls, be very careful with powder because you don't want to dry your face out. Powder can be drying, but they do have hydrating powders where, you know, you don't necessarily have to have a matte look. You can still have that glow look. Or you can get a foundation that sets itself where you don't need to set it, but I will recommend, whether you're dry or oily, setting under your under eye, because you don't want your concealer to move. And by us blinking and, you know, just the natural debris that comes from, you know, pollution or whatever the case, we don't want our under eyes to move. So I will recommend, whether you're dry or oily, getting a powder to set under your eye. I set around my whole face because, again, I'm so oily, my makeup will slide right off my face if I don't set it. Now, for the types of powders, the powder that I'm using for this video is Sister Laura Mercier powder. This powder looks so flawless on television. On camera, in photos, it gives you that airbrush look. Now, in person, it does the same thing, but my favorite powder that I use in person is the Huda baking powder. And in addition to that, if you are one who sweats a lot, a powder that I would recommend is the Coty Airspun. That's a powder that drag queens use for stage makeup. Get you a Coty Airspun. I will say Coty Airspun, you have to be very careful with that if you're taking photos, because you will get flashback, meaning if you take a picture with a flash on it, you will look like a ghost. So be very careful. But if you're looking for a powder that has some significant staying power, Coty Airspun. But for me, I have all of those powders. No one needs as much makeup as I have, but I have all of those powders. But the ones that I use the most is definitely Miss Laura Mercier when I'm filming, because I like the flawless look. Huda Beauty's baking powder for my everyday glam. Coty Airspun if I need some substantial powder for its staying powder. Another favorite of mine is the Fenty powder. I love that powder. And for drugstore, one of the best powders on the market is actually a Laura Mercier dupe, is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. That's not just a good drugstore powder. That is a bomb powder. That powder is about $7. The other powders are a little more pricier, but the Maybelline Fit Me Chef's Kiss. The reason why I don't use it every day now is because we have to wear masks, and it's not one that keeps my makeup locked in. But for a flawless look, especially for photos, it is the closest to the Laura Mercier in terms of the formula. So get you a powder, set your face, make sure your work stays, make sure your makeup doesn't move. Okay, another item. My favorite makeup item, probably my favorite makeup item, is bronzer. Yes, I love looking like I just walked off a beach. I love looking like I have this warmth, this glow to my face. I love bronzer, and I love a lot of it. Now, the dark stuff that you saw around the perimeter of my face, I do this technique where I underpaint. So from underpainting, I contour under my foundation and then put bronzer over top of my foundation. I use a powder bronzer and a cream contour. I love the Danessa Myricks contour pot. And I also love the Fenty matchsticks in the colors. I think both of the colors are in espresso. But in terms of a bronzer, my favorite bronzer, and this baby will last you a year and a half. Yes, that long. Almost 2 years, because I'm still working on the one I got before I moved back from Los Angeles. I love this bronzer. It is the Morphe Phenom bronzer, glam bronzer, and it's actually for face and body, but I use it for my face. This baby will last you for years. I love the color, the undertone of this bronzer. It just warms me up. I love bronzer. Bronzer can be used for a number of things. It can be used as contour. If you change your brush out, the denser the brush, meaning the bristles are packed in, the thicker the application. So you can use bronzer as a contour. You can use it as eyeshadow. You can use it a number of ways, but for this video, I'm just using it as a bronzer. So yes, bronzer is another essential item for your kid. Okay, in addition to bronzer, we need something for the eyes. Now, I'm not doing eyeshadow in this video. I'm gonna do another video on how to create an eyeshadow look that's easy and ready to, so you can be ready to go and out the door. In terms of eyes, we need mascara. Yes, if you are not a girl who gets your lashes done or wears stripped lashes like myself, you need some mascara. Let's open those eyes up. Some of my favorites is, my favorite mascara is the CoverGirl Lash Blast in the orange container. I think it comes in orange and green, but I love the orange one. I love lengthening mascaras. And in terms of volume, my favorite one is the Essence mascara in the purple tube. I actually use those two together when I'm not wearing lashes, but now I wear lashes so much I can't remember the last time I've gone without lashes. But you need some mascara. If you have lashes or you're not a girl that's into false lashes, get you those two mascaras for length and volume. Change your life. They're both under $5. The Essence one, I'll pop up a picture of both on the side here. The Essence one is probably $3, and I believe the CoverGirl one might be $5 or $6, but I'll link it below. The one that I'm using in the video actually is the MAC Giga Black mascara. It is great for the lower lash line. I do still wear mascara when I'm wearing falsies, because this is another tip. When you're wearing falsies, you want your real lashes to blend with the falsies, and the way that you do that is add mascara. I hate to see that gap. If you want your real lashes to merge with your false lashes, you have to wear mascara to keep from getting that God-forsaken gap. But yes, another essential item is mascara. Okay, another essential item is blush. We want to waken the face up. I love blush. The brighter the better. Now, the great thing about Melanated Beauties is we can pull off brighter blushes. It just wakes our faces up. In terms of blush, I'm using my favorite blush at the moment is the NARS Exhibit A. If you see it in the container, it might startle you because it's so bright, but on the face, it just livens up the face. Now, for a more subtle blush, you can use e.l.f. has great blushes, NYX has great blushes in terms of drugstores, but I do love the Pat McGrath blushes if you want to splurge. But I think another blush for brown skin beauties, Juvia's Place. They have great blushes. The Nubian 2 palette is perfect for brown skin girls. Get you a bright blush. Okay, another essential item, we need something on the lips. Now, I'm not typically a gloss girl. Gloss has its place. I do like gloss, but for me, I love a matte lip. I like putting on my makeup and not having to worry about reapplying it. I want my makeup to stay and last all day, and the products that I use do just that. So I stick with matte lipsticks. Make sure your lips are moisturized before you put on a liquid lip. My favorite liquid lips, or my favorite lip combination right now, is my matte cork liner with the Fenty Unbuttoned. I remembered the Unbuttoned liquid lip. Fenty Beauty, Miss Riri has some of the best, and I mean the best liquid lipsticks that will last. Some of my other favorites is Dose of Colors. NYX has some great ones. e.l.f. also, Maybelline. If you want your lipstick to stay, those Maybelline liquid lipsticks you will have to scrub your lips to get those colors off. But I love liquid lips. Some of my favorite glosses is, of course, Fenty Beauty's Gloss Bomb, and Anastasia Beverly Hills has some great glosses. But we need a lip. The lips complete the face. I love a bold lip color that just makes the face just stand out even more. But a nice lip combination, find your go-to lip liner will change your life. I'm telling you, I used to not be a fan of lip liner, but once I got into it, now it's just like it's giving Chola vibes. I love lip liner. So yes, a lip liner, liquid lip, or great lipstick. Yes, get you one. Now, last but not least, we want our work to stay in place all day. Bars again. Setting spray. Some people feel like setting spray is a gimmick. I personally don't think so. Setting spray keeps your makeup in place all day. My all-time favorite setting spray is the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. It does two things. A lot of makeup artists love the MAC Fix Plus, but that is a refreshing spray. It's not a setting spray. It's not a spray that will lock your makeup in. The Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray, it does what the MAC Fix Plus does by refreshing your makeup, getting rid of that powdery look, and making your makeup look like actual skin, but it also locks in your makeup. I love this spray. I use it every single day. It is by far the best, in my opinion. Some of my other favorites is the Urban All Nighter Spray. If you are one that you really want your makeup to last, that is a good one. The Charlotte Tilbury airbrush, the airbrush setting spray, I love that one. That is more for girls who have dry skin, or if you want a natural glow to your makeup. It has a formula that has this natural glow to your makeup. I use it from time to time, but I love a all matte look. I love a matte look. Now, a setting spray that you will need to kind of sandpaper your makeup off is the Ben Nye Final Seal. This I use on brides. I use on girls who are in weddings. This will keep your makeup locked in place all day, literally all day. I will pop up what it looks like here. This is not sold in stores. This is like a makeup artist secret, so I'm giving you a tip. This is actually used for actors who are in theater. It's theater makeup. Ben Nye setting powder is a good one. Couple that with Ben Nye setting spray. Yeah, your makeup is lasting all day. Bars again. Am I a rapper? I'm not. But Ben Nye Final Seal, if you don't want your makeup to budge, get you that. They sell it on Amazon. They also sell it on a website called Camera Ready Cosmetics, I believe. I think that's where I got mine from. But definitely get you that. Here's a tip for how setting spray should actually work. A lot of people believe setting spray should be used at the end of makeup, which you can, and I do too. But the key to setting spray is to use it while doing your makeup. So when you're putting on your foundation, concealer, spray your face, it should be incorporated with your liquids as well as your powders. So that's an inside tip to really keep your makeup on. As much makeup as I have on, it is, I believe, 10 o'clock at night. I have had this makeup on since about 11 o'clock this morning, 11:30, and my makeup still looks like I just did it. So key with setting sprays, make sure you incorporate it with your liquids as well as using it as a finished spray. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and as I said, we will be transitioning into some makeup tutorials. I'm thinking about doing a get ready with me soon. I have a party to go to tomorrow, so I may record myself doing my makeup. We'll see. But needless to say, if you found the content helpful, please thumbs up this video. And yeah, let me know some of your makeup essentials, and let me know if some of these things work for you. Keep in mind, you don't have to have all of these things at once, but if you want to start transitioning and getting your makeup kit up and running. I believe these essentials will help you do that. So again, subscribe, follow me on all platforms. Everything is Waiter Serve Style. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Take care, guys. Be well and be blessed. Bye.